Proper vegetarianism in Buddhism. In Buddhism, vegetarianism is more than a dietary preference. It is a practice deeply connected to compassion, mindfulness, and moral discipline. While not all Buddhist traditions require complete vegetarianism, many encourage it as a way to reduce harm and cultivate a heart of loving kindness toward all sentient beings. Proper vegetarianism in Buddhism means approaching food choices with wisdom, compassion, and balance rather than dogma or pride. 1. The principle of compassion. One of the core motivations for vegetarianism in Buddhism is to avoid contributing to the suffering of animals. By choosing plant-based meals, practitioners lessen the demand for killing, thereby reducing the cycle of harm. 2. Vegetarianism and the first precept. The first of the 5 precepts is to abstain from taking life. While this primarily means refraining from directly killing, many Buddhists extend this to avoiding meat consumption when possible. However, proper vegetarianism is not about judging others, but about practicing personal responsibility. A lay practitioner might decide to eat vegetarian meals on full moon and new moon days, dedicating the merit to all beings, without forcing their choice on friends or family. 3. The middle way in food practice. Buddhism teaches the middle way, avoiding extremes of self-indulgence and self-mortification. In terms of vegetarianism, this means eating with mindfulness and nutritional care. Some people adopt vegetarianism but rely heavily on processed foods, high in sugar, salt, and oil, which can harm health. Proper vegetarianism includes eating whole grains, legumes, vegetables, fruits, and nuts in balanced proportions. 4. Vegetarianism as a form of mindful eating. Buddhism emphasizes eating in awareness. When practicing proper vegetarianism, each meal becomes an opportunity to reflect on the interdependent causes that brought the food to the table: the farmers, the rain, the soil, the transportation. A mindful eater chews slowly, appreciates flavors, and avoids waste. This transforms eating from a mere act of consumption into a spiritual exercise that nourishes both body and mind. 5. Common misunderstandings. Some believe that vegetarianism alone guarantees moral purity or spiritual progress. However, Buddhism teaches that liberation comes from purifying the mind, not merely the diet. A person could eat vegetarian but still harbor anger, greed, or ignorance. Proper vegetarianism is a support for practice, not the ultimate goal. For instance, a kind-hearted omnivore who speaks kindly and helps others may be more spiritually advanced than a vegetarian who looks down on others. 6. Real-life example. Mr. Tun, a businessman, began eating vegetarian 2 days a week after attending a Buddhist retreat. Initially, his aim was health-related. Over time, through learning the Dharma, he realized vegetarianism could be an act of compassion and a way to reduce his personal impact on the environment. His meals became simpler, he expressed more gratitude for food, and he encouraged his staff to try meatless days not by preaching, but by sharing delicious vegetarian dishes. 7. Beyond personal benefit. Proper vegetarianism in Buddhism also aligns with environmental care. The meat industry is a major contributor to deforestation, water pollution, and greenhouse gas emissions. By adopting vegetarian meals, Buddhists not only protect animals, but also help preserve the planet for future generations, a form of compassion extended to all beings in time and space. Proper vegetarianism in Buddhism is not about rigid rules, but about aligning one's diet with the principles of compassion, mindfulness, and the middle way. It requires thoughtful food choices, gratitude for the nourishment received, and an understanding that diet is just one part of a broader spiritual practice. When done properly, vegetarianism supports physical health, mental clarity, and spiritual growth.